It is indeed, but I like the feedback. If I was making all the decisions, I could just have a video all by myself. This way I can get some feedback on you. American? Alright, we'll start with an American train, and then next time I shall try the Class 70. I'll have to try maybe one of the Class 70 scenarios on the South Wales Coastal first to get a feel for it. Let's do 70 mixed cars. I think that'll be fun. And then as far as, I'm just going to pick randomly because I'm not actually familiar with this route that well. So let's go from Jefferson Township to West Brownsville and see how that works out for us. It is summer, it is clear, and 7:30 p.m. sounds good to me if it sounds good to you. Let's get this going. So let's find some things to banter about while we stare at this very strict-looking train sim world Great Western Express guy. I need to remember to actually do the pre-order on that because although I'm concerned about my machine being able to run it, I'm hoping that they're gonna improve the performance of Train Sim World at some point, which would mean that presumably it'll be able to run. I did have the heavy haul beta, which frustratingly doesn't work anymore. Does not work anymore. Ooh, that's loud. Jeez. Is that too loud for you guys? How is that train sound for you? Is it overwhelmingly loud? Oh yeah. Man, American diesels are just so large. It's amazing. It's awesome and amazing. They're just so huge. Look at that. That's just... yeah. That's just more train than you could possibly ever need. Alrighty. Let's put ourselves into... do we want to try to do this the right way? I'm just gonna take a look around my cab here. Oh, let's get some headlights on. Headlights, check. I'm gonna look at my dials here. Dynamic brake, cab light. Cab light is... I'm gonna turn that off for frame rate since it's daylight. I'm gonna turn our ditch lights on just for funsies. No, apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm not indeed. Step light? Apparently we're calling those step lights rather than ditch lights. Alright, alright. What else? Let's put our reverser into forward, which is not that handle. Where's our reverser handle? I promise I've driven this train before, but I've lost the reverser. Huh. There it is, of course. Reverser into forward. It was hiding underneath the throttle. And let's release our brakes. Brakes to release. All the way to release, please. Thank you. Wait for our pressure to go down. And off we go. I'm going to use the keyboard controls for this because it's annoying for you guys for me to keep looking over. Sorry about that. Just adjusting my camera a bit. I'm going to pull myself over here so we can watch this train get going. There we go. There we go, indeed. A little bit more throttle, I think. Yes! Power! Speed! Yes, this is what is up. This is for sure what is up. Look at that. You beauty. Also, let's not speed. That is a lot of cars if you look behind us at our train. Also, please give me some feedback on the volume of our locomotives today. I don't want to deafen you guys. It's a little bit loud in my ears. But if it's not too... whoop, we're speeding. If it's not too loud for you guys, then I'm not going to worry too much. Why are we speeding? A little bit of brakes? A little bit of brakes. Come on, brakes. Yeah, with this much train, it's going to be hard for us to brake. Let's keep a little bit of dynamics on it, I think. See if we can hear the fan spin up on our resistor grid as we dynamically brake. We are on the level, apparently, so we can lay off that braking. Give ourselves a little bit more throttle. And I think some trackside action is in order. Also at sunset. Have I mentioned how much I like sunsets in trains? Good stuff. Gotta say, that's good stuff. We have 1, 2, 3 locomotives on our train today. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Just controlling our speed a bit at this 20-mile-an-hour limit. We're not going to be getting any amazingly fast speeds. Our locomotive, as you can see, can only go up to 75 miles an hour anyway. Also, the sun is intruding in our cab. Got a little bit of a light leak somewhere. A little bit more speed than that, I think. 801 on the ECML at full speed. That could be fun. I've also driven in a Sella at full speed on the ECML, and although it got a little bit dicey at some of the sharp corners, I have to say it was doing pretty well. It was doing pretty well indeed. Stick our heads out the window here. Or even better, oh, we can stand on the front. That's great. This is a good place to stand. This is the correct place to stand. Man, can you imagine doing that in real life? Standing on the front of one of these as it cruises along at 20 miles an hour, let alone faster. That would be so fun. Is the Class 801 known for being particularly unstable? Because if so, I'm a little bit concerned. Oh, this is definitely some screenshot action here. I missed out on some nice super elevation there. Super elevation, of course, is when the train tilts over on a curve in order to minimize the effects of that curve on the passengers. Not so important with a freight train. Also, I like the little bit of audio over the radio. Shift 2 to either lean your head out the window on some trains, or in this one, stand on the front. It does indeed pick up speed fast, that is for sure. You know, you remind me, it's been a while since I played with the Class 801, and it is such fun. Maybe I'll have to do that in my next stream. Maybe not tonight, it's getting a little bit late tonight. Maybe tonight, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens indeed. Hello, Elizabeth Olay, I think. Good to have you with us on the stream. Previously we were playing with a Class 365 in England. Now we have some freight trains going on. Trying a quick drive on the Norfolk Southern with the ES44 AC. What brings you to my little humble corner of the internet? 4:30 in the morning. That is super early, Kai Tucker. I do not envy you having to be awake that early. I should think about getting up around 9 tomorrow, 9 a.m., and even that is a bit of a stretch for me. A bit of a stretch indeed. It seems so slow if we go all the way up here. No less cool, though. No less impressive. Ooh, that's pretty nice. That's quite nice with the river there. And we're speeding. Hold on. Hold on. This is what happens when one tries to take screenshots. Real life things like speed get in the way. How do we like that? Do we like that? Let's do something like, if this tree was only not in the way. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Good. Alright, now let's go back to actually driving the train. Perfect. And come on, speed. With this much train, come on, you can decelerate 2.2 miles an hour. We have a green over red, that's a highball. We are crossing over a bit of a little road there. And our speed is coming down on its own finally. Barely turned nighttime in California. Alright, it is solid nighttime here on the East Coast. So, speaking from the future, nothing particularly interesting happens in the next 3 hours, Elizabeth. That's how it works, right? That's how time zones work. Haha. Oh, nice, you're already on your way. I figured you would not have left yet because you were watching the stream. Excellent, excellent. Well, I appreciate you investing your mobile data in my stream then. That means a great deal to me. I hope you see some cool trains at King's Cross today. I hope you do indeed. Hello there, Missouri Rail Fanner. Good to have you with us. One of the rare times that I'm driving a train that would actually belong in Missouri. You know, not literally, but I tend to do either coastal passenger trains or English trains most often, and neither of those would be particularly at home in Missouri. Maybe some my long distance Amtrak, but relatively few freight. I'm afraid what you're looking at here is not super exciting, but we have a nice long freight train with some mixed freight moving along. Maybe I'll have to play with the camera a little bit. Driving along the NS Coal Loop route. We have 3 ES44 ACs pulling our train today. In their nice Union Pacific livery with big American flags, followed by quite a set of freight cars. I think we selected 70 all in all. Sure. Cars there, some box cars. What else do we have here? Move our vessel along here. There's half-height hopper cars, more box cars. Keeping an eye on that speed, don't worry. And we don't have any signals coming up, so we're not about to spat either. We've got some enclosed hopper cars, some regular old hopper cars, hoppers for days, more box cars. Such Union Pacific, very Union Pacific. Wow, now we're speeding. Give ourselves a little bit of break there. Beautiful. What else do we have on this inordinately long American freight train? Lots more open hopper cars. These look like they could be coal cars, although we're not picking up any coal today. And then we have a whole set of tank cars. Could be petroleum cars, could not. Different types of tank cars. I'm not sure what those are for. Milk, perhaps? Not actually familiar with that particular kind. Does it say on the side? As we race along with our train, it does not. It does not indeed. Then lots more box cars, and then the end of our train with our little flashing red light on the back. There we go indeed. Alright, let's go back up to the front and see what's happening here. 75 miles an hour. One can only wish. One can only wish indeed. It's definitely not what we're doing right now. You are indeed, Elizabeth. You are indeed. I am on the East Coast, if you mean me. I'm in the New York City area. So that is why I tend to focus on East Coast Amtrak routes for some of my American passenger action. We have people from all over. We have people from across America. We have people from England. I'd imagine she means me, but I certainly wouldn't be egotistical enough to think I'm the only one whose location matters. Hopefully, just like on Chematech, my website and community where people come from all over to learn programming and share their knowledge and projects with each other, there are people from across the world who come and visit for trains. Certainly, trains are pretty universal love, I would think. As far as I can tell, it's quite international to love trains. Coil cars. Is that a typo? If you mean the ones that I was surmising could be used for things like milk, then I would be curious to know more about that. And we're speeding. Sorry, I was staring at the chat, not at the speedometer. Hate when that happens. So I know Michael, Pieman, and Little Moonbeam are among our Chemitechians. I know they were all here at some point or another. I'm not sure if Pieman and Little Moonbeam are still around. Certainly the stream got slightly less exciting at the moment, but that's alright. Sometimes the freight needs to be moved, and that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing in our ES44AC. In fact, we're going so sedately, maybe I should tell you guys a little bit more about the ES44AC as we go. I do like to inject some facts. Back in the day, not so much watch as read. I had many of the Thomas and Friends books. So ES44AC is in the Evolution series. It has 4,400 horsepower per loco, so we have, 13.2 horsepower on the front of our train today with our 3 ES44ACs. But we've got some houses over there as we near Gate Main 1. What else can I tell you about them? The AC, of course, refers to alternating current traction, just like AC in your house power, as opposed to DC traction motors, which are older and generally less efficient than AC traction motors. It also generally replaces the AC 4400 CW in GE's trains. Let's see, they've been used by every Class 1 railroad in North America, so Union Pacific, who, oddly enough, apparently refer to them as the C45 ACCTE, which is a serious mouthful. BNSF, CSX, Norfolk Southern, Kansas City to Mexico, Ferromex, Canadian Pacific, and Canadian National Railway. So there we go. There we go indeed. CSX has a lot of ES44ACs. Norfolk Southern has a bunch. Cemex, took some. Canadian National has a whole bunch, 150 units. City Rail has about 100 of them for a lease service. And most of them are leased to BNSF, and we're speeding. We have a green and a red. I'm just going to let our speed come off on its own. That's not actually working for me. I'm going to take our speed off myself. There we go. We have a passing sighting here, it looks like, at Gate Main 1. Tank cars are carrying a UN number 1075 flammable gas class 2. Well, there we go, thank you. The ground just shook, exactly. This is a sufficiently serious train that it's definitely rumbling as we go by. It's the downside. You can see that lake vibrating over to the right there because our train is so heavy. Finally double track, just for a moment. Here in the Americas, I don't expect there to be double track for long. They recently re-double tracked the section of it's not the Northeast Corridor, but the section of track between New Haven, Connecticut and Springfield, Massachusetts. They had double track there until the 1990s, but they removed that double track for no particular reason other than maintenance and lack of money. So now they're spending lots and lots and lots of money to make it double track again, and hopefully at some point to re-electrify it so they can have electric service all the way from Washington, D.C. all the way up to Springfield again. But America is so huge that through the vast majority of the country, our freight lines tend to be single-tracked. Sad but true. If only they were more double-tracked so we could have more passenger service. The Lakeshore Limited, oddly enough, yes. If it was before March, the answer would have been no, but the answer is now yes. So I was going to a conference in Chicago, and I had the privilege of taking the Lakeshore Limited, hold on, some screenshot action right here, back from Chicago to New York. Unfortunately, I fell ill shortly before I was due to get on the train, so I did not enjoy the ride very much. It was quite an unpleasant ride for me. Not because of the train, of course. Actually, it has some brakes on it. It does not have brakes on it. So I'm looking forward to taking it again in the future. Actually, one of my good friends from Chemitech, one of our administrators, is getting married in Wisconsin in September, so I'm looking forward to taking the Lakeshore Limited once again. I might even get a I'm blanking on the name for it. Not a bedroom. The mini bedrooms. It's not bedroomette. Sometimes one's brain doesn't work. Sometimes it does not. What mods do I need? Tell me more. Tell me what mods I should have, Deglin Sinclair, and I'd be very happy to check them out. Roomette, of course, is the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Thank you, brain. So I'm planning to get a roomette. I want to take the train at least one way, if not both ways. As I've stated before, I love train travel, and I abhor flying. You know, it's fine. It's convenient. I hate all the waiting around, and as a very tall person, I hate not having room for my legs, having my legs jammed up against the seat in front of me. So, yeah, train I think is going to be the correct solution for me. I think it is indeed. Rolling along at 20 miles an hour. I seem to have set quite a long route for us. West Brownsville is in 12 miles, and at 20 miles an hour, that means we have quite the ride still ahead of us. I might have to cut this one off early. Well, thank you for subscribing, Elizabeth. Ole, I hope you will come back for many other interesting videos. Besides Train Simulator 2017 videos and live streams, I also tend to post up Minecraft videos. I frequently post up various graphic calculator and electronics related things. And I'm always interested in putting more interesting stuff that appeals to both me and my viewers on the channel. So I'm always more than happy to accept suggestions. A guinea pig. Excellent. I'm glad you do, Conrail Guy. A helper 2, good to have you with us. Speaking of guinea pigs, our administrator Sean has literally all the cats as well as some guinea pigs. Just to, I don't know why that's relevant. He's, I think, the only person I know, you know, that in real life who's not you that has a guinea pig. Fluffy, that's a great name. Or is that Fluffly? Is it supposed to be Fluffly? If it's supposed to be Fluffly, that's awesome. Fluffy is also great, though. What are you working on tonight, A Helper 2? Are you still working on your game? NS8114, that's a good idea. That would be fun. It was a toss-up on this particular part of the stream whether we were going to play on the Norfolk Southern train, if we were going to do a Union Pacific train, or we also considered a UK Freightliner Class 70 for this. And we're going down a hill, so let me keep an eye on my brakes. 0.4% gradient, which is not too bad indeed. Still worth keeping an, whoa, that was a quick move. Still worth keeping an eye on things. We have a nice river over to our side there. This is the kind of beautiful scenery that I would love to see with the Vermonter route. Fluffy. That's great too. Although now I'm tempted to name the guinea pig, if I were to ever have one, Fluffly. So tell me about these mods. I want to know, Diglin Sinclair. I'm not that familiar with mods. I am certainly aware of the Armstrong Powerhouse packs. I was talking earlier about the Steam Pack Supreme. But what mod should I have? If I could be having more visually awesome and cooler and better train simulator, then I want to know. They don't have the Norfolk Southern 911. That is true. That is true and also sad. We can get a little bit more speed than that on. As the rear part of our train rolls through Arc Main 1. We are going down a hill, and we're having trouble accelerating. What's that about? What indeed is that about? Do some, we're speeding now. Let's do some sightseeing from this grade crossing here. That seems like, yes, this is the proper thing to do. We're just, let me see if I can get myself to the right height. Does that seem like the right height? A little bit less. There we go. Got our train coming along. This is what we're looking for. Grade crossing action. No guard gates here. Not even a light or bell. We're Record train horns and put it in train sim. That's a great idea. I would very much enjoy doing that. Among other things, I also wanted to get some train horns to use with one of my models. Alrighty, no more chat. See you next time, Conrail Guy. It was good to have you with us today. Thank you for keeping on my case about actually remembering to finish this stream at some point. I do appreciate that. Thank you once more. We have a 15-mile-an-hour zone coming up. Let's be aware of that. And a signal. Also, I don't particularly expect to see some AI today. 144p! That screenshot looked amazing. Wait, you're at 144p? I hope that's not my fault. Buffering again. Everything's looking good on my end, I have to say. Everything is looking good. I am getting a solid 5 megabits per second out. I say solid, that's not actually that impressive, but I'll take what I can get with Spectrum. I will take what I can get. Oh, I've got an email. How exciting. That never happens. Searchlight simulations. What are searchlight simulations? Is that a group that makes scenarios? Or do you mean literally searchlights? Ah, your Wi-Fi sucks. Well, you should fix that. My Wi-Fi is not amazing, but it's never going to be as slow as the actual internet that it's attached to. So, I'm not too worried. Yeah! At some point, I am super tempted to just power this up and see what happens. See what we can get out of this train. Do a little bit of speeding. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we give that a try? When we're about done with this scenario, should we see just how fast we can get it to go safely? I say safely. Because this is sedate. It's fun, it's safe, but it is sedate. Sorry to hear that, the last millennial. I am very much not in the country. I'm as not in the country as I could be. Thank you, Deglin. Glad to hear that. I hope you'll get a chance to look back at some of my past streams and videos, and I hope you'll feel free to give me any thoughts and feedback on what you'd like to see on this channel in the future. I'm always happy to take suggestions. Speed! Power! Exactly. Gotta pull Jeremy Clarkson right here. I was somewhere yesterday where I saw a Clarkson Street, and I had to take a photo of that because it was just too good. I chuckled to myself thinking, speed! We have 10 3/4 miles left till West Brownville. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna hope we don't get emergency braked. Speed! Speed! Listen to that. That's good stuff. I'll have to keep an eye on the back of the train to make sure it's not flying all over the place. Even those wheels are starting to pitch up in noise. In tone, I should say. Look at that nice lighting. That's really quite nice. Also, is that three-dimensional or is that just faked? I can't tell. I think it's just faked. Pretty convincing, though. Pretty convincing indeed. Ooh, that was sudden. You live in West Brownsville? Huh. Well, there we go. Alright, see you later, Kai Tucker. Have fun recording those trains, and I hope it goes well. Thank you for joining me today. See you next time. Speed! Oh, that makes 4. The last millennial makes 4. Having tech games that I know happen in the year today. I'm gonna pull back because that's just so loud. I hear the ding of crossing gates. Slow down. This is totally safe. This is utterly safe. I can't think what could possibly go wrong driving this freight train at 45 miles an hour. I'll slow down again. I'm just seeing quite what we can get this up to, because even 30, well, that 15 was a little bit much. I'll get down to the 30 again, don't worry. I usually go for professionalism. I usually go for abject professionalism, but just needed to have a little bit of fun today. I strongly disagree with your decision to raise those crossing gates. Strongly disagree. Now we've hit 50 miles an hour. Go us. That's pretty impressive. We missed a grade crossing. This is why we should stay in the front of our train. Alrighty. Oh, we even have a 40 coming up. Alright. I'll lay off and get us back down to prototypical speeds. Especially since we have a 40-mile-an-hour zone coming up. We did just burn up about 2 miles, though, so that was pretty nice. Alright, let's play this for real again. Put on a bit of brakes. Hold lapped at 40%. Coming down nicely. Sorry to hear that, the last millennial. You will indeed have to watch the upload. See you later. Sorry that it didn't work out for you. What's that face for? I will try not to. That would be unfortunate. We're down to 33, so we're just about at the speed limit, and we're going into a 40, so I think I'm going to call that reasonable. We're even idling and coasting nicely down towards that 30. So we're back in the realm of realism again. No, a freight train crash is the last thing you need. Indeed. I will try to avoid it. So how did my water bottle get so far away from me? How did that happen? Also, I don't know if you guys play Pokemon Go. It is one of my vices. I'm afraid my good friend and co-founder Thomas Dickerson. Sorry, I don't mean to use his real name. Well, it's public knowledge if you care to do research. Prince13 is what I meant to say there, because that's his online handle. And I play Pokemon Go, both Team Valor. But I was glancing over my water bottle, and I saw that I managed to get a physical, like, iron-on trainer level patch at Sprint today by the subreddit, the Sylph Road that I read. It sounds like people have been having trouble getting those. Worst torn ever? It's not great. I'll give you that. It's not great. It's not terrible, though. I forget, there was one that was particularly bad on one of the UK trains that I thought was not very accurate after having watched a few real-life videos of the same train in the real world. Now we're down for that 30, and we're about to cross over into the 40 zone, so my fingers are twitching on the accelerator, on the throttle here. Yes, sir, you got it. I will avoid it. See if we can start accelerating. Oh, I saw a mail truck there. In addition to some school buses. This is quite nice here, actually. Quite picturesque. I like it. Maybe we should accelerate a little bit more so we can get up to that 40. This freight has places to be. Places to be and things to do. I feel like there were probably about 10 emails I was supposed to send today. I'll have to do that when I finish the stream. That's just how life goes. There's always too much to do. Always too much to do. I can't think what race would have anything to do with loving trains. Everyone should love trains. Every single human should love trains. Let's not even restrict it to humans. Humans, aliens, sentient animals. Everyone should love trains. TS2017 absolutely does have steam engines. If you look back at some of my recent live streams, I think maybe live stream number 2 or so, maybe 3, I drove some steam trains. It went only okay. I'm planning to drive some steam trains again in the near future, especially since many of my viewers have been asking for some steam trains. JMO444 always asks me for steam trains because he loves steam trains. Conrail guy was asking about a couple of steam trains earlier. So you can definitely expect that in future KermMartian live streams. Definitely indeed. I can't guarantee if those steam trains will be where they're supposed to be, like in the correct era and on the correct routes. I might have randomly stuck a steam train onto, like, you know, the Northeast Corridor or something, but there will be steam trains. There will be steam trains indeed. We are going exactly 40.0 miles an hour. Now we're not, but we were. We have just about 5.8 miles left to West Brownsville, so things are going well for us. Things are going well indeed. Moving right along. What else do we know about the ES44AC? Let's see. Standard gauge, 73 feet and 2 inches long, and we're speeding. Let's not do that. Fuel capacity of 5,000 US gallons. Prime mover is GEVO, a V12. 4-stroke diesel engine with 12 cylinders. As I said, we have a 4,400 horsepower prime mover in this particular one. And it's pretty much entirely still in service. So there we go. There we go indeed. That would be cool. That would be cool. I support that. I figured that's what you meant. 4 3/4 miles to West Brownsville Main 1. Is that a highway up there? That is a tall highway, if so. As you can tell, I am not that familiar with this particular route. Oh, a bit of a yawn there. Don't want to have a yawn when you're driving a train. That would lead to bad things. Bad things for sure. I hear our air being dumped a little bit. I'm not sure why, other than our brake pipe pressure got a little bit high. Not sure what that little skip in our horn is. As we cross under that highway. Very nice. Actually, I'm going to investigate that if you don't mind. I'm going to fly up into the sky here and check out this highway. It has cars on it. Look at that. It also has a road texture on the underside. Nice. Where'd our train go? Where's our train? Oh, there it is. I lost it for a moment. Also, this road seems to end in midair. See if I can get to the edge of the highway and take a nice screenshot. There we go. Barreling along still at 40 miles an hour. I'm glad we were able to get up to 40. That's nice. Now with just 3 2/3 miles left. This has been a fun little ride today. Really, right now? That's awesome. That's quite apropos. So for those who missed it, we did a jaunt on the East Coast Mainline in England for the first part of the stream. We took a local service from London's King's Cross up to Welwyn Garden City. Well, let's put our bell on, just for fun. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Let's turn it off again. That was pretty good. Pretty good indeed. And now we are obviously driving this ES44AC on some American freight, the NS coal route. You had the original MS train sim, very nice. So were you failing to keep sufficient steam pressure, perhaps? Because that is what I always struggle with steam trains. Yes, I am not surprised that it's loud. Up until recently, I was in a particular situation that meant that I was occasionally in Massachusetts, right near where some, hold on. Right behind this house, there would be some freight trains that would go past. And apparently occasionally they would stop at the gas station that was like a mile away to get coffee and refreshments. So they would just kind of stop their train and hop out. I think one of the people who lived there, a gentleman of some years, not many years, but a slightly older gentleman who was a big train fan, would be tempted to hop in their train and drive away with it, as I would be. Not that he would ever do so, but, you know, always tempting indeed. He unfortunately passed away a year and a half ago, so that is a sad thing. I wish I had known him better. He was a cool dude, a very cool dude. I wish I could have learned more about trains from him. That is how life goes. That is how life goes indeed. Anyway, we're coming up on Street Main 1. We can get up to... Oh, no, we can't, actually. We have to get down to 30 miles an hour. And we're almost there. Perfect. Only a little bit of speeding there. Nothing that we're going to get penalized for. Which is 2 miles to West Brownsville Main 1. And the brakes seem good enough on this train that I think I'm not going to worry too much. I'm not going to worry too much indeed. Oh, I have to go to the bank in the morning. You know, I don't know if I've said this already. I think I have. But life just has too many things that need to be done in it. Too many. I'm letting us coast down quite a bit with that brake on. I doubt that. I'm pretty sure you're making that up. We will have to get down for a 10-mile-an-hour limit in a bit, but for the moment, let's get where we're going. Get where we're going indeed. I'll go and stand on the front of this train again. That'll be fun. I like this view a lot. Thank you. Thank you for saying that, Misha. Good to have you with us. Train Simulator 2017 is very cool. I do like it myself. Well, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you'll get a chance to look back at my previous 18 Train Simulator 2017 videos, a number of which have been live streamed, 6 specifically. And I hope you'll join us in the future. I tend to do this, I've been doing it much more frequently lately. I've had a little bit more free time in the evenings. So I have been doing my fair share of Train Simulator 2017 streaming. If you have any suggestions of things you would like to see me drive, some scenarios or routes or rolling stock that you would enjoy, then do let me know. You have no idea what you were doing wrong because it was too long ago. Japanese electric commuter trains. Good stuff indeed. I don't think I ever got a chance to really dabble with the classic Microsoft Train Simulator. I didn't really have a computer that could run decent games back when that was a thing. I played Trains 2012 for like half an hour when I first started playing train games on Steam. But that is about the extent of it. I also played Railroad Tycoon back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean probably about 10 I still brakes on, 10 years ago? Maybe a little bit less. But it had a bunch of problems where if you had as many tracks as I wanted to have, it would slow down and get sad. My longest live stream, I want to say my longest live stream to date is probably about an hour and 20 minutes. This particular live stream today, I'd imagine, is going to get super close to that, especially once I append it to the 25-minute live stream I did on, let's see, last Sunday, so 5 days ago. I did that little live stream, and I was going to combine it with this one, so I think we're going to end up with quite a long live stream indeed. In fact, I might have to consider breaking this down into multiple videos. I don't know about that. What do you guys think? So I'm going to have to ask what the prototypical thing to do here is, because I'm not sure. I definitely should have my bell on. But do I also... Come on, brakes. Come on, brakes. Why won't you release brakes? Should I also be occasionally sounding my horn as I go through? What's the right thing to do? 2 hours ago. Yeah, this is a very long stream. Geez, 149. Alright, I'm going to have to break this up. I suspect what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the North Jersey coastline video from last Sunday and the portion where I was driving the Class 365 on the ECML today. Hello, Deglin! Hello, hello. And I'll have to make that the first video, and then I'll have to put this little jaunt in the Class ES44AC. I guess I don't say class before it because we're in American trains now. And I'll have to make that a second live stream video. No horn? Okay. I know if you're going through a series of grade crossings that are very close together, you keep occasionally sounding the horn as I was. But for street running like this, just bell, I will be more than happy to accept your expertise. This is pretty great. I can't imagine seeing this in real life. This must be really crazy, Deglin. This is indeed the Norfolk Southern Coal District. We've got a set of 3 ES44ACs pulling a set of 70 loaded freight cars. I don't tend to do freight routes that often. Pretty much never, in fact. But it seemed like the thing to do tonight. There were a couple of requests for American trains, and since I hadn't done freight in such a long time, it seemed like it would be fun. It seemed like it would be fun indeed. I'm going to go out here and watch our train coming. Give us a little bit more speed, I think. I've run very few scenarios on this particular route. I'm doing a quick drive today just for funs. Oh, is there an SD40 there? My mistake. My mistake indeed. I was not looking closely. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Good catch. Very good catch there. I totally missed that. My bad, Devlin. I apologize. Very nice catch. That Doppler effect, though. Maybe I'll sit on this front porch here and watch the train go by. This house looks convincing. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Their assets have gotten better and better. Where's our train? It's got to be back there somewhere. Give us a little bit of throttle so it'll come along a little sooner. Without speeding, hopefully. Come on, train. That would be a lot of fun to have a porch like this. Sit out on the porch and watch the trains just pass by in the street. That would be such fun. The house? Yeah, that seems about right. Look at that. Look at that. Screenshots. Screenshots for days. Also, it's almost time to stop. Look at that. At West Brownville, Main 1. It's also time to go the speed limit. Let's get back up into the front here and get ready to stop. I see we have a couple of cars parked at the station here. I apologize for that G-Talk ding in the background, by the way. We can just idle our way into West Brownsville. No Windows. I don't want to install updates. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a bad time for updates. You hear an Amtrak Dash 8. Nice. Good stuff. Haha. Low poly trees. Their trees are actually good. I'm you know, they may fall into a bit of an uncanny valley, but I have to say they do a reasonable job. They do a reasonable job with this stuff, considering what they have to work with. Namely, an engine that's been kludged together for the last 10 years. We're speeding slightly. They could do a lot worse. In fact, I'm going to have to figure out how to make some trees like this of my own for some geopipe work. We currently make these green proxy blob trees for some of our models, and I think we need to do a little better than that. Microsoft recommends upgrading to Windows 10, more like forces you to. My desktop is still running Windows 7, the one that I'm recording this on, and I'm very happy of that. I would prefer not to crash today. I usually go for professionalism, and other than that little jaunt at 50 miles an hour and a 30 earlier, I think we should stick at the current 10 miles an hour. We're so close to being where we're supposed to be. I think the only thing you missed was me going 50 and a 30 and bringing this train further along the route. I don't think you really missed much else. The NHFL9, I do not, I'm afraid. I do not. I wish I did. And here we are at West Brownsville Main 1. I'm not going to be able to get my whole train onto this indicated orange area here. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to park it across the grade crossing, much to the chagrin of the people who are trying to actually cross that road. Speed tree, yes, speed tree is definitely something I need to look at. So the thing is, though, that we're providing static DAE models to many of our users. So for that, speed tree would not necessarily be the correct solution. I believe, anyway. Because we have to actually put static assets in these models that we create. So I'm thinking something like when you take 3 or 4 double-sided polygons with some kind of partially transparent tree texture on them, and you arrange them in what looks like a star shape if you look down. I'm thinking that might be a reasonable option. Train Simulator is fun. I do have Train Sim World, so I had the CSX Heavy Haul beta. I was part of the beta program. However, it has now expired, and I need to order. Thank you for reminding me once again. Thank you. Thank you indeed about the Amtrak Vermonter. I need to pre-order the Great Western Express Train Sim World route, and I'm definitely going to look forward to that. Unfortunately, I have an AMD GeForce 6970, which is now a couple of years old, and I may actually have to consider using that as an excuse to upgrade my video card. I may indeed. Hopefully they've optimized it a little bit more since they had Train Sim World CSX Heavy Haul beta, because that just... I got like 14 FPS on one monitor. It was pretty ridiculous. 2 planes. Alright, in like a plus shape. Well done, you've reached the end of this quick drive scenario. Well, ladies and gents, I appreciate you joining me for what has been a very fun set of routes. I see, wow, I've been streaming for just over 2 hours, because I started 10 p.m. EDT on Friday, and now it is just past midnight on Saturday. I need to head to sleep soon because I have a place to be early in the morning. But it has been a great deal of fun to have you guys, and I'm looking forward to my next stream. I'd imagine it would be maybe Monday or Tuesday night. 10 p.m. EDT seems to be a good time for me, or 7 p.m. Pacific time, 4 a.m. British time, whatever that happens to be for you. If you would like to know more about when I'm going to have my streams, either subscribe to me on YouTube, and they should give you a little notification when I'm starting a stream. I also keep talking about notifying people on my Twitter KermMartian, so it's just the same as my YouTube username, KermMartian, like a Kerm who is from Mars. And I'll try to post on Twitter if people ask me to. I always do also post on the Chemitech IRC channel. That's pound Chemitech on irc.fnet.net. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. Good to have you all with me. And I will certainly look forward to another stream in the near future. In the meantime, feel free to drop a comment on any of my videos, especially the video that'll go up of this one. If you have any suggestions on what I should set up to stream next on my channel, look for some of my upcoming videos, including some about graphing calculators. I may have a Minecraft video or two from Chemitech's Minecraft server. That's mc.chemitech.net that I haven't posted yet. Thank you once again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.